When you join a comp game, who is your shot caller? That is a great question, and it's a question asked by a ton of people, and that's what we're actually going to take a look at today. My name is Helmsy, thank you for joining me. So everyone thinks that no matter what rank they're at, what their competitive SR is, that everyone is in a massive comp game and everyone is going to be a pro Overwatch player. They don't actually think that, but that's how they kind of treat it whenever they say like, oh, well, who's our shot caller? Well, the Lucio's the shot caller because of this, you know, because you can see the field the best, or because you can see the battlefield the best, I guess is what it would be. And that's a good point, yeah. But how about this one? No one's the shot caller unless you're a 6-stack, because nobody has that much coordination. The Lucio's probably not going to want to call out literally everything that happens, and probably most of the players aren't going to want to just take his word for everything, you know? Let's take high ground, and then everyone just let's take high ground, you know? That's not really how Overwatch works, especially in the competitive scene. What you're going to want to do is everyone's going to be the shot caller kind of a thing. And I know that might be kind of confusing, but allow me to explain a little bit farther. What I mean by everyone is the shot caller, I really mean everyone should talk. Everyone should talk to one another, and everyone should get their opinion out on what you guys want to do. Obviously, there's not much time. Someone throws out an idea, and then most people are going to run with it. That's probably what you're going to want to do. If somebody strays away from that, there's not much you can do, but obviously you want to do the best possible thing that you can do, even though you've just met all of these people and you're just now trying to figure out how to play the best that you can possibly play. A really good thing to do is to make everything kind of a question, and not so much a loaded question, but just a simple question. Especially whenever it comes down to like strategy. So say I'm playing Soldier, we're on defense on Dorado, or not Dorado, sorry, Route 66, and I know for a fact that, you know, high ground is always better in Overwatch, and I mean, I imagine my team's smart enough to know that also, so I might say like, hey, why are we standing on the ground? We should probably go up to Big Earl's and sit on top of that building because we have high ground there, and it's a lot harder to hit us, and then see what the team says. Obviously, some of the team, like the Reinhardt, usually is the one that says like, no, I'm going to sit down here to contest the cart, which is understandable. And you have to be kind of careful with that. But yeah, I mean, if he wants to do that, then pretty much you just got to let him do that. I mean, you should go up there. Probably your healers, or at least your Ana, should go up there. The Lucio can probably stay down if he really wants to. And you're just going to have to work around that, because obviously it's competitive. You're going to have to make the best out of what you have, and sometimes what you have isn't the best. But everything should be in the form of a question, because you don't want to alienate people that you've just met and people that you're going to have to play this game with, because then they'll go on tilt, you'll go on tilt, and the game's pretty much lost right there, because it's 6v4 kind of a thing, kind of a situation. So if somebody's playing Symmetra, you don't want to say, Symmetra, switch off, your character's shit, play Soldier because he's way better. You know, don't say that, but you might say like, Symmetra, could you switch off, she's not that good of a hero on attack, and just put that out there. Then they might say like, yeah, you know what, that's a good point, I'll switch off to something else. And then they'll do it. On the other hand, if they say like, why would I not want to, you know, why not play Symmetra on attack? She's obviously the best hero in the game. That person's either really, really stupid, or they're trying to troll, and you should drop it right there and just be like, okay, cool. And then just expect that Symmetra is just going to die constantly, and then if she does anything else that's amazing, that's good, you know, praise her on it. Be like, that was a good kill, Symmetra, you know, way to shield us from the diva bomb with your E. Throw her a compliment whenever she needs one, because she might feel down because you're kind of telling her to switch. And yes, she's not really a good hero to play in this situation. There's nothing that you can do, so you might as well be positive about it and not force her to go on tilt, or force yourself to go on tilt. Because I mean, like, if she says something like that back, and she's like, why, Symmetra's the best hero in the game, and you're like, no, you're an idiot, then that's you going on tilt. You don't want to do that. You want to stay calm and composed, because that's how you win games. If you're on tilt and the whole team's on tilt, then you're not going to win. You're going to play terrible. You're going to play like trash. Beyond that, there's plenty of other things that you want to say. Say I'm playing Soldier. I always assume that I'm playing Soldier because I play Soldier more than any other character in the game. So obviously, if there's a hog on the left side of the map, kind of a thing, on the left side, then you see him moving. to get a flank or something like that, you shouldn't just be silent and move slightly away from that left side. You should probably say something on the mics, right? You want to get on there and say like, hey, Hog's on the left, he's flanking, so that your team knows, so maybe they won't get hooked, instead of just moving away and be like, idiots, like, you should have seen him. Because I mean, like, that's the point of having comms, is you want to warn your team, and you want to have that communication with your team so that they know what's going on, and they may have missed it. You know, Ryan's probably never going to see a Hog moving around the left side because his face is jammed in the other Ryan's face, and he's never going to see your Genji flanking around or anything like that. That's just how it's going to work. So you want to call things out so that people have the best chance of living from it, you know, and they can prepare for it. They can push back a little bit, or you can have somebody kind of move and take care of the Hog, or put pressure on the Hog at the very least. If I'm Soldier, I'm going to say my ult is up. You know, you want to always say whenever your ult is up, whenever certain things are on cooldown, I guess. I don't have my ultimate yet. Sorry, Anna, kind of a thing. And then whenever you do have your ultimate up, you definitely want to say, like, Anna, do you have yours up? Just a simple question, because you can do Nano Visor and just wipe an entire team. An extremely valuable combo right there. It's like Nano Blade from Season 2. It can just wipe an entire team. It's very, very strong. So you got to be very smart about when you use it and how you use it. And so if you have, like, the best coordination between you and your Anna, and I don't even mean the best coordination, you just have to say my ult's up, and then Anna says mine too. And then as soon as you ult, she's going to give it you, and you're going to ult. It's as simple as that. There's really not much coordination to it. You don't have to say like, okay, in 5 seconds, I'm going to ult, Anna. Okay, Anna, I'm ulting. You know, like, that's not a thing. Just you ult, and then she'll shoot you with it. It's as simple as that. Most Annas aren't like, oh, you didn't say you were going to ult me, because like, you have plenty of time to ult. There's, you know, I've got you in my sights. Oh, okay, he's ulting. You know, it's not like Diva's ult, where it's just like, whatever the hell she says and then jumps out of her mech. Obviously Nano wouldn't do anything for that, but you know, she jumps out of her mech, and that's just it. I mean, like, even it's high noon, and then just shoot him with it. He can focus a lot sooner, do a lot more damage, finish, just GG right there. So you just have to be smart with it. You have to know what to say and when to say it. There's no reason to say like, oh my god, that Reaper, I can't believe he killed me, like, what is this, and go on in the voice chat, because you're just filling up that voice chat with nonsense. Nobody cares that you died to a Reaper. Just say, I'm dead, Soldier's gone, or you know, I've died as Soldier, or something like that. Just throw out that information. Nobody needs to know that the Reaper's mom is a hoe. Nobody needs to know that. That's not information that anybody cares about, except for maybe you, because this is making you feel better because you died to a Reaper. So just like, play smart, leave that voice chat open, because if you're filling it with garbage, then chances are whenever Reinhardt says like Earth shatters up, maybe he'll have to wait too long to say it, and he'll just end up having to use it. It could throw off your team or something like that. That's a kind of bad example, but you get the point. Is only say important things in the voice chat, unless you're in the room before and you're like, hey, would you know, what's a good movie? I don't know. But you just have to be a lot smarter with the way that you talk in these things, so that you can, one, get people to do the best things for the team and not play Symmetra. But if somebody decides like, yeah, I'm going to play Symmetra no matter what anybody says, you just have to run with that. You just have to let it go and just say, okay, cool. And just try your best and try and fit that Symmetra as best you can into the game. That's all you can do. You know, you can't really do anything. I mean, like, if they're absolutely terrible and they do literally nothing all game, report them afterwards. Feel good about that, I guess. And just move on with your day. That's all you can do, but you gotta be smart about everything that you do and say, because if you say, like, Symmetra, your character's shit, you should change to Soldier because he's clearly better. That Symmetra's never gonna change. She's gonna get pissed at you. She's gonna be pissed herself, so she's gonna try and tilt you. You're gonna be you've just tilted her, so now it's a 6-on-4, and that Symmetra is gonna play a Symmetra, so it's just not gonna be good for anybody. So you have to be smart with what you say, and you have to know kind of how to maneuver this voice chat. That's one of the biggest things with the Overwatch competitive games, is just voice chat's not used the proper way. It's always either silent, there's somebody just yammering on it for literally no reason about how bad this enemy team's Genji is, or whatever they want to say about that. Nobody even calls out like the Hog on the left. Nobody says anything like that. You just have to use it a lot more efficiently than we have currently been using it, and go from there. That's all we can do, right? I mean, we're literally 6 people who have just been slapped together to make a team. We have to make the best out of it and hope that we can beat the other team that's been slapped together out of 6 people, and then we get a reward for it, which is like 10 points of conquest or whatever the hell you call it. It's not World of Warcraft, but yeah, you get 10 purple points, credits, whatever, competitive credits. That's what they're called. The last thing that you're gonna want to say on this thing is like, if you're gonna switch to make a counter to somebody, you know, I'm going Reaper to counter the Winston, you know, and you were Genji before, so obviously Genji is countered by Winston, Reaper counters Winston. So you make that switch so that you can counter him. We want to communicate that to your team, because if they don't have a Genji anymore, they're gonna want to kind of know it. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, a Reaper, yeah, that's cool. We don't have a Genji. You know, you don't want them to find out like that. You don't want them to be like, Genji, can you deflect this or whatever? Say it. Just say it before you need to, or before something bad happens. Because I don't really know an example, obviously, because I've given bad examples just recently, but I don't know an example of when it could go bad, but I guarantee you it could somehow go bad. Anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy. It was something that I've kind of been sitting on for a while, thinking of, and it's kind of a very specific video. So I just wanted to get it out and see how you guys liked it. But if you did enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe as always, because it helps my tiny ass channel grow. And until next time, I will see you later. Peace.